In the heartland of ancient mystique, where the river Ganga meanders to the fabric of time, lies Varanasi, a city that breathes poetry and echoes with the whispers of eternity. Varanasi, also known as Kashi, is not merely a city. It is a tapestry woven with threads of divinity, culture, and the ceaseless flow of life. As the spiritual heartbeat of India, Varanasi stands as a sacred haven where the ethereal and the earthly converge in a seamless dance of rituals, spirituality, and the timeless rhythm in the sacred waters of Ganga. Embodied with the soulful resonance of ancient chants, adorned with centuries-old ghats, Kashi is crowned by the spectacular Kashi Vishwanath Temple. In the ancient realms of Hindu Itihasa, the story of Varanasi unfolds like a mesmerizing tapestry, woven with the threads of divinity, epic quests, and dynastic legacies. Founded by Lord Shiva himself, Hindu scriptures mention him as Vishweshwara, revered as Varanasi's sacred deity, reigning as a supreme king over all gods and inhabitants of the city. Varanasi, a celestial haven among the Saptapuri, the seven cities promising liberation, cradled within its sacred embrace the destinies of Ambika and Ambalika, princesses of Kashi from the epic Mahabharata, whose marriages to Hastinapur ruler bore fruit in the forms of King Pandu and Dhritarashtra. The Pandavas walked through the streets of Varanasi seeking redemption for the echoes of war that clung to their souls after the epic Kurukshetra battle. As the era of Gautama Buddha dawned, Varanasi emerged as a jewel within the kingdom of Kashi, a realm pulsating with religious fervor and artistic brilliance. Xuanzang, the celebrated Chinese traveler, graced its sacred grounds in the 7th century, revealing a city adorned with 30 temples and an air filled with spiritual chants of monks. In 1090, Chandradeva of the Gadavala dynasty bestowed the honor of second capital upon Banaras, elevating its cosmic significance. However, the tides of time brought a cataclysmic turn in 1194, as Muizuddin Muhammad Ghori, the Ghurid conqueror, clashed with Jayachandra near Yamuna. The aftermath scarred Varanasi with many of its revered temples falling victim to destruction, shattering the serenity that once enveloped the sacred city. The chronicles of this harrowing epoch found their voice in Hasan Nizami's Tajul Masir, etching the agony of Kashi into the historical canvas. The agonizing tale reverberated dramatically through the translated pages of History of India as told by its own historians, Volume 2, an eloquent testament to Kashi's enduring struggle etched by the pens of Henry Eliot and John Dawson. As Muhammad Ghori's commander Qutbuddin Aibak advanced towards Banaras, the heart of Hind, a harrowing chapter unfolded. Nearly 1,000 temples crumbled under the invaders' onslaught, replaced by imposing mosques. The sacred knowledge of the law echoed and the foundations of religion were reshaped. In the aftermath, Banaras lay shattered, its grandeur reduced to rubble. A staggering 1,400 camels bore away the spoils of the plunder. The iconoclastic fervor spared none of the majestic temples. Adding insult to injury, a mosque rose on the hallowed ground of the once famed Vishwanatha Temple, likely fashioned from its very ruins. In 1197, Hindus successfully reclaimed Kashi, prompting Qutbuddin to launch another assault. However, by the year 1212, the resistance had grown formidable enough to wrest control of the city from his grasp once again. It was during this pivotal moment that Bengal's Vishwapura Sena erected a magnificent Yupa and Vijayastambh of victory in the heart of Varanasi, proclaiming it the sacred Kshetra of Shiva Vishweshwara. The elation of victory in Varanasi proved fleeting as the city faced yet another conquest by the Muslim army, which imposed the jizya tax on Hindu residents. Despite the setback, evidence attests to the enduring significance of Vishweshwara, not just in Varanasi but throughout India. Amidst the imposition of jizya on pilgrims, King Narasimha III from the Hoysala dynasty, rooted in Karnataka, demonstrated unwavering devotion in the year 1279. He generously donated a village with a revenue of 645 nishkas, aiding the payment of tax for residents from Karnataka, Telangana, Talvi, Tirhut and Gauda regions, while also championing the worship of Vishweshwara. Simultaneously, Seth Vastupal of Gujarat echoed this devotion, sending a substantial sum of 1 lakh rupees to support the worship of Vishweshwara during the same period. In the year 1490, Sikandar Lodi orchestrated a ruthless campaign, demolishing sacred temples of Kashi. The Kashi Vishwanath Temple within Avimukteshwara's compound fell prey to the relentless force, replaced by the somber silhouette of yet another mosque. The remnants of the razed Vishwanatha Temple found themselves once more repurposed, this time to erect mosques in the nascent capital of Sharki dynasty. In the aftermath of this turbulent era, tranquility returned to North India during Akbar's reign. With the support of Raja Todarmal and the dedication of Narayana Bhatta, a distinguished scholar from Banaras' renowned Bhatta family, a splendid Vishwanatha temple emerged once again in the year 1585. Remarkably, this marked at least the third reconstruction of the devastated Vishwanatha temple, each revival occurring at a distinct location in Varanasi. Unfortunately, fate had more chapters yet to be written. The third and final act of this tumultuous drama unfolded in the year 1669. Saqi Mustad Khan, a contemporary of Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, chronicled the tragic events in Masire Alamgiri. The majestic upper structure was systematically disassembled, its sacred remnants buried beneath the foundations of a mosque that rose defiantly over the desecrated site. The intricate outer walls, once adorned with devotion, now serve as haunting echoes of the temple's former glory within the formidable structure of the Gyanvapi mosque. As if the desolation wasn't enough, Banaras, the sacred city that bore witness to centuries of worship and devotion, was forcibly renamed as Muhammadabad under Aurangzeb's ruthless reign. The greatest temples of Varanasi, including Krittivasa, Kalabhairava, and Bindumadava, met a similar tragic fate at the merciless hands of Aurangzeb. The city of Puranic Mahatyas was no more. Its greatest temples were in ruins. Some temples never rose again, like the Shiva temple of Krittivasa, replaced by a mosque. Others, like the guardian deity Kalabhairava, endured centuries of obscurity, hidden away until the 18th century, when a fitting temple finally housed its divine presence. The Vishnu image of Bindumadhava, displaced by a colossal mosque, find a new shelter in a nearby dwelling, a poignant reminder of the relentless assault on the spiritual heart of Banaras. During this onslaught, the priests of Kashi Vishwanath Temple, facing an imminent threat, took a desperate measure. The sacred Shivalinga was immersed in the well within the temple premises, now known as the Well of Knowledge, Gyanvapi. The dreams of liberation echoed through the corridors of power, finding expression in the intentions of Peshwa Bajirao I. A letter preserved in the Hinge Daftar, authored by Chimaji Appa, expressed the collective wish to reclaim Kashi from Mughal occupation. The reins of destiny, however, took an unexpected turn when Safdar Jung, the Nawab of Awadh, intervened, threatening to convert Brahmins and compelling the Peshwa to change his course. The unfolding years witnessed political intrigues, failed attempts, and treacherous betrayals. The aspirations to reclaim Kashi resurfaced in 1751 when Malharrao Holkar, the Maratha Subedar of Malwa, sought to free the sacred city. The Third Battle of Panipat in 1761 marked the handover of Kashi to the British, setting the stage for a new chapter. In a historic act of resilience and domination, Ahilyabai Holkar, the daughter-in-law of Malhar Rao, spearheaded the reconstruction of Kashi Vishwanath Temple in Varanasi in the year 1780. This sacred sanctuary has suffered destruction in the past, cruelly transformed into a mosque during the oppressive reign of Aurangzeb. Undeterred by the echoes of history, Ahilyabai took charge, providing the essential funding to rebuild the temple. Rising from the ashes, the present temple emerged, standing defiantly adjacent to the remnants of the mosque. In the relentless face of adversity, Kashi stands as a symbol of Hindu strength and unity. Ravaged repeatedly by invaders, it emerged anew each time, rebuilt by the devoted Hindus nationwide. The temples of Varanasi, though repeatedly devastated, bear witness to the unwavering spirit of the Hindus. Kashi's tale is a sad reminder that some wounds of time may never fully heal. As we confront the echoes of its ancient past and the intricate complexities of the present, let it be a solemn call for safeguarding Hindu Dharma. The spirit of Kashi calls upon us, urging us to preserve and protect the sanctity that defines our heritage.